Yeah, I had just shot a shot of this shit, but the shit was damn windy, you know. But yeah, man, it's NSG Slim, you know what I'm saying? Ian Brown. Yeah, I just came here to talk. My lips might be dry, man. I might have snot come down my nose at some point. I'm outside. It's a little chilly. It's a little cold, but I'm using the time and energy that I do have. I came around the corner because I kept getting distracted whenever I seen people over there, you know, walking by me. I'm at the park right now, you know what I'm saying, chilling, doing me. Yeah, you know, but today I just wanted to say, you know, I'm proud of myself. You know, I just dropped my video on my Instagram. Shout out to Kick and Skate. You know what I'm saying? My boy came through, edited that John up. Shout out to Tyler for being in the video. Yeah, you know, my whole thing with the channel, with me YouTube and everything, initially, which the energy that I was trying to feed off of was like legacy with, you know, I always knew I'd have a kid. I got a daughter now. Shout out to Kalani. I always knew I'd have a kid, man. And, you know, I just wanted to, but the thing is, I guess depression, you know, my depression had me thinking of that depressive spirit that I've been battling, you know, or I used to battle for a long time. It had me thinking I was going to die early, die young, you know, so that's why I even, you know, took a break from the YouTube thing, you know what I'm saying, because I wanted to really, you know, step away from that feeling, that energy in its entirety, you know what I'm saying, you know, and that's why that didn't even, you know, empower me, you know, to actually want to get involved with this, because it was still coming from a place of hate, you know, self-hate at that, you know, because I'm gonna live a long life. You know, I'm promised through God that, you know, as I follow His word, you know, that I can, you know, see the fruition, which is the fruits of my, you know, following of this word, of His word. And part of that fruit is, you know, health, you know what I'm saying? So you know, if I take care of myself, you know, I'm not out here making enemies, unnecessary enemies, and, you know, I'm not out here putting drugs and stuff into my body, you know, I can expect, you know, unless it's an unforeseen event, you know. So yeah, man, you know, that's why I just left that whole thing alone, you know, the YouTube included. I even started leaving music alone at one point in time because, you know, there was also that spirit of anxiety and depression involved with the music, you know what I'm saying? So I left it alone so I could really come out of that, man, you know, on the other side. So yeah, that's where I'm at today. On the other side, for real, you know, that's where the confidence is coming from. That's where the style is coming from. You know, it's like getting back to me, man. You know, not the version of myself that was, you know, gonna sit up here and belittle myself internally all the time. That's not a useful guy, man. You know, I mean, the world's gonna do that vicariously through them projecting their insecurities on me anyway. So, you know, I'm gonna talk good about myself. I'm gonna feel good about myself. I'm gonna think highly of myself. I'm gonna tell myself I can do it. I can be who I need to be. And, you know, that's where I'm at right now. So yeah, man, you know, we got big plans set up. You know what I'm saying? This is just a positive use of my time. I'm not sitting around smoking, hitting no vape, drinking no liquor, you know, none of that goofy ass shit, you know what I'm saying, that I used to be on, you know what I'm saying? And if you still doing that, sorry about that, you know what I mean? But nah, man, you know, I'm not out here doing that right now. I'm making this YouTube video, making this content right now, and I'm leaving my legacy, you know what I'm saying, in a positive manner. You know what I'm saying? If my daughter end up seeing this, Kalani, yeah, your dad was trying, and he did more than try. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, you know, don't let nobody get it confused and twisted and misconstrued as if I was just out here, you know what I'm saying, blind to the reality. No, I'm aware and I'm doing my best. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's to my daughter though. But you know, as far as, you know, what I actually was wanting to talk about, what initially brought me out here to talk, you know what I'm saying, was the consistency needed to just show up. You know, as I was in the crib, I was like, damn, man, like, you know, so many people had, you know, and I hate to talk about this right now, even right now, as I say this, because for one, I just shot that other video, but for two, even as I was shooting that other video, I said to myself, I'm not trying to emphasize or put all this extra power on this negativity that I have faced or encountered, You know what I'm saying? But it's just the reality of where my mindset has been at, at points and times in my life. And certain points and times in my life, people had, belittled me, misunderstood me. They took the chance, from seeing me in a vulnerable space to kind of kick me while I was down. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those times, those people that I was around, they had never had no one trust them to that degree. You know what I'm saying? With, being vulnerable, with being honest and everything. Most of the people that they involved themselves with were, people similar to them, which are, people who normally don't amount to much. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I've been around a lot of people that, don't live up to their full potential, and it was starting to rub off on me, man. You know what I'm saying? I almost became a product of my environment, man. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? There's no victimhood over here, as they like to tell me. You know what I'm saying? That I was playing a victim. You know what I'm saying? By, calling out the flaws and holding myself accountable for my mindset that I was carrying. A lot of the times it was contrary to the mindset that they carried because, as they say, how can two people walk together unless they be in agreement? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, a lot of the times when I was trying to, edify myself from the negativity that was residing in my mind, a lot of the people around me was like, yo, bro, there's nothing wrong with that mindset we have, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what's got us here today. And I'm like, all right, well, let's see where we can go tomorrow if we drop that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, I had to really think about this shit as the entrepreneurial lifestyle came about, as hustling came about, as the spiritual aspect of my life came about. It just came down really fast, really hard. Like, just bam, 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 bam. Like, yo, is you here? Are you here, Ian? Got me choked up. Like, yo, I'm telling you this. Is you listening? That's my spirit. My spirit say, yo, are you listening to me? Man, I'm like, yeah, I hear you, man, but hold on, let me hit this blunt real quick, man. I'm hurting over here. And they're like, man, god dang, man, this man, he not ready yet. He not ready. I told y'all he wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? That's my spirit. My spirit sitting over here checking up on me. Man, you still down there hurting? Man, let me take this shot real quick and I'm gonna get back with you, man. Let me take this shot real quick, man. Damn, man, I'm fucked up out here, man. They had me fucked up. And spirit over there, man, look, bro, you can't keep living like this, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you keep living like this, bro, and you don't get your education, and you don't start learning from your mistakes, and you don't start treating your body with respect, and your mind and your spirit with respect, bro, it's gonna start disrespecting you, bro. And that's exactly what happened to me. You know what I'm saying? I've seen some evil that I allowed into my life. Evil, purebred, cold, the best definition of evil. The best definition of evil was allowed into my life, and I opened the door to it, bro. Straight up, bro. Straight up. And I opened the door to it because I was not in agreement with truth. Truth is, I am a powerful man. That's truth. You know what I'm saying? There's no way around it. You know what I'm saying? I can't sit up here and wait till someone validates that. I can't sit up here and wait until, I get all this social media likes and comments and shares and all that to prove that that's not real. That's not truth. That's not truth. You know what I'm saying? That's a makeshift, a make-believe ass reality. It's not real. You know what I mean? It's not real. Reality is right now, today, Ian Brown is capable of doing a lot. This is one of them. Using my time, to reflect, you know what I'm saying? To reach out. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm uncomfortable. I'm nervous. I have expectations that I haven't spoken about with anyone because, this honesty that's required of me is difficult to steward at times. So I had to get my mind right. First and foremost, I had to get my mind right. First and foremost, you know what I'm saying? It's been a journey, man. I've ran into people, they tell me that when I start talking fast because I'm nervous, and it's kind of true, but also, the energy involved that's encapsulating, how built up this is. I started this in like 2019 when I was first trying to get out the crib. I'm like, yo, what am I willing to do, you know what I'm saying, to elevate not only myself but others, and this was one of them. And man, when I tell you that distractions came left and right, and now that I'm 25, I was 19 at the time when I first started, and I got results at early. People was validating the journey that I was embarking on, and it felt good at the time. But nah, man, that's not going to be the reason why I continue to do what I'm doing. Like I said, that was coming from like almost a place of self-hatred at best. You know what I'm saying? Like me not feeling good enough pushed me to want to be better. But nah, man, you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, man, all that inadequacy and all that insecurity that I was, telling myself was what I was dealing with. When reality was, if you do the work, that shit is not there, man. You know what I'm saying? I know it because when I started in 2019, I was doing the music thing, but I wasn't like able to record as much as I wanted to. So like that was kind of also a replacement to me wanting to do music so bad, so yeah. And that's not that I had just started at 19. I've been doing music since I was 15. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get inspired by any one person and try to copy them. And I think that reflects in the type of music that I make, as well, is that I'm not directly inspired and trying to copy one guy. Young Boy is one of my favorite artists, rappers, as far as now. But like I said, I'm not directly inspired by him. You know what I'm saying? As much as I'm inspired by God, for real. You know what I'm saying? To want to continue to, create. You know what I'm saying? While I'm here on this earth, on this plane. You know what I'm saying? Create. You know what I'm saying? It's not for money. I'm not making music for money. That's obviously, I don't even think I've made $80, since I started making music. I think I made $80 or $86, through DistroKid, and I made like a little contest. I'm not even gonna add on to that, but I did make like $250 at a show, made a little $250 at a contest, little show thing. You know what I'm saying? Little stuff like that. But no, it's been like, if I was trying to feed my family with that, they'd been like, yo, get out this house right now, you crazy ass nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? What do you have for us, Papa? I got 2-3 pennies, babe. What can we do with this? Melt it down, and I'm gonna make a small knife to stab you in the neck with. Get the hell out of my house, damn it. I'm tired of this. You better go get a real job. I'm like, babe, please, I'm just trying to rap. But nah, man, I ain't made no money off this music shit, man. So I do music real deal, you know what I'm saying? Continuing and staying consistent and true to myself, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm doing, you know what I mean? But, yeah. It's been a major, part of my life, music, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna continue, you know what I'm saying? I'm dropping that hot stuff, man. Yeah, So nah, man, yeah, I do want to continue to do YouTube. This is like journaling, this is like meditating, this is big, this is monumental, this is like, big, man, because, every time, someone just, famous, they're like, what did they used to be on? And I'm gonna be right here like, yo, I was trying to get my mind right, yo, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They got old, I got old videos, like, me being foolish as I've grown up, all that. They probably gonna pull that stuff up, I made so many mistakes that I was like scared to do this, because I was like, yo, they're gonna come by and they're gonna cancel me, bro. Like, they're gonna cancel me, bro. And I was like, you know what? The crucifixion was before the resurrection, okay? I heard them boys say that. I said, you know what? They gonna crucify you, Ian. And it's gonna be beautiful when they do it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna change the lives of many people, bro. Like, you know, and that's bigger than me. So that's a big enough reason to want to keep moving forward, bro. It's not just about me. It's not just about Ian. You know, I have a daughter. I'm married, you know, so now I'm not scared of you know, ridicule and shame and guilt and regret. I'm not scared of that stuff. You know, that's what the enemy, the devil, wants me to be. You know, living in fear, and you know, the future is gonna be worse. And nah, man, hell no. You know, I got a bright future, man. You know, it's about to get hot outside. I got this money on the way. You know, business ventures on the way, music on the way, clothes on the way, all this stuff on the way, man. Like, this is not like, nah, man. We got big shit going on. I'm a black man doing this at that. Come on now. We gonna be for real out here. If we gonna be for real out here, you know, yeah, it's like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? It's not just about black. That's division. That's division. You know what I'm saying? That's dividing us. You know, all my Mexican partners and, you know, all that's involved with this channel. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get involved with a young brother, man. You know, yeah, this is not about that. You know, this is about being a man. This is about me being, you know, accountable. You know what I'm saying? Let alone for the greatness, for also the mistakes, you know? So yeah, that's what this is about right now, man. You know, this is bigger than me, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I'm gonna continue to do what I gotta do, being transparent and honest. And yeah, I'm gonna catch up with y'all, man, you know what I mean? It's actually kind of cold out here, you know what I mean? For real. And I'm gonna upload this, and I'm gonna continue to be consistent, let alone on this platform, but you know, the other platforms that I have as well. You know, I don't want the video too damn long because it's gonna take forever to upload, so I gotta cut it. You know what I mean? I could sit here and talk for another hour, man. You know, and I'll probably figure out a way to do that too. But eventually, you know, later as I, you know, as proof of theory and all that type of stuff. You know, I need more subscribers. I need to drop some shorts and all that. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm gonna have to work this platform. And try to, you know, really dive deep into analytics and, you know, plan stuff out and all that. But yeah, I'm excited, man. You know, I'm really excited. This is a good use of my time. And yeah, I'm gonna call the video right here. Thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and share the video with your friends, man. Go ahead, point your fingers and laugh at me. He's not perfect, y'all. He's not perfect. You know, fuck it, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn. For real, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna come out this on top, man. You know, eventually, of course, you know, I'm gonna do that channel, no cussing, you know what I'm saying, all that. But right now, it's just raw and uncut, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's where we at right now, you know what I mean? But thank you for watching. NSG Slim, Ian Brown, out. Yeah.